Bonjour, je m'appelle Lee. We are going to be making my Pardon My French soap today. This is a soap that I have made probably 5 times, and it was all originally inspired by this notebook. I have made these cute little heart embeds for the top. This is melt and pour soap, and I just poured it into a silicone chocolate mold and colored it with neon pink. These are gonna be on the top of our soap today. And inside of the soap, we're gonna start with a thicker layer of hot pink. And then we're gonna do black and white layers on top of that and top it with this heart. Every time I do this soap, I use a pear fragrance oil. It's always pear. Today it is Sweet Juicy Pear from Crafter's Choice. I purchased this at Wholesale Supplies Plus. I tend to just try different pear fragrances to see which one I like the best. I think this one that we're using today might be the final winner with this soap. So we're not gonna mix the lye to this bucket. We're gonna split it out into containers first and measure everything. Since we're doing a very straight lined layer soap today, I want to mix them individually with the lye. I am gonna go ahead and put in my colloidal oatmeal. And I'll also put in my kale and clay. I am going to give this a buzz, incorporate that, and then I am going to split them out into these plastic cups. And I'm going to do 7 layers or 7 different cups. So let me do that, and I will bring you back to explain the first layer. I have all of my oils split. I have 5 of these small cups, and this pitcher has 2 portions. So instead of doing 7 cups, I did 5 and then put the rest of the oils in here. I want my bottom layer to be thicker than the other stripes, so that's why I've done a double layer or a double volume with this one. We've added our lye, 7.4 ounces in here. So next I will add our Sweet Juicy Pear fragrance oil. Again, I will be splitting this up equally between each one of these layers to make sure it's scented properly and that it holds in this soap. This will get more fragrance than any of the others. And the last thing we'll do is add in our neon pink from Nurture soap. I'm almost out of this. I love this color. And we'll have to get some more. I think I'm gonna add the rest of what I have in here. Okay. Now let's get this bottom layer blended up, and I will also go ahead and pour it into the mold. have all our colorant blended in, and we're at a medium trace. Trace refers to the thickness of the soap. So when I put my spatula up and I do kind of a little drizzle, I should be able to see that drizzle sitting on top of the soap. If I can see that, that means it's at trace. Now it's not really thick yet, so I would say this is a light to medium trace. And we're gonna go ahead and pour. We want it at this consistency so we get a nice flat line on top. This pear fragrance is beautiful. I like my soaps to be very, very fragranced. I don't want a soap to be so light that you can't pick it up and smell it and immediately know what scent it is or smell something beautiful. A lot of soap fragrances tend to bloom in the shower when you wet them. And those are nice too, and I do use those, but I prefer more of a strong scent in my soaps if I can get it. I've only been waiting for about 5 minutes, and this is solidified pretty well, this first layer. So we're ready to move on to our next layer, which is going to be black. I took the time while I was waiting to go ahead and split up my fragrance oil into each cup. So that has been done. And we are going to add our lye solution to this cup. So I need 3.7 ounces. Okay, and put our activated charcoal in to make this black. I'm gonna do a heaping teaspoon. That should be enough. I want to make sure that I'm keeping the black color consistent. We're gonna have 3 layers of black, and I want them all to be the same shade instead of gray. We'll blend this up. Our black is looking good. It is all incorporated. Now I've left this a little thinner than that last layer because I need these top stripe layers to be very, very straight. So what we will do is we'll hold this cup, we'll hold our spatula over that first layer of soap, and we'll pour right over the spatula and let it just flood onto the top of this pink soap. If you're wondering why I call it Pardon My French, I really don't know. I made it the first time I made it. I just, picked the fragrance, picked the design. I wasn't sure what to call it. And that term or phrase came to mind. And I guess when you think of mimes and stripes, you think of France. I don't know. It's just what I call it. We're gonna let this set for another couple minutes, and we'll come back to do the white. I am going to add in our lye solution. To concentrate and make sure I don't go over. We want it to be exact. My fragrance is already in here. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of titanium dioxide. And we'll see if that's enough. Titanium dioxide is a mess to work with. Let's get this blended in. Again, we're gonna pour directly over our spatula and let it just, oh no, I think I might have broke it on that side. I went too fast and too hard. We'll see when we cut it open. Hopefully we won't break this end over here and we'll still get those solid good stripes. Goodness. Well, it happens. At this point, I am going to let this sit, and then we're going to do black, white, and black again. We've got 3 more layers. So for the rest of the process, I'm just gonna speed you guys up a little bit, and I will bring you back to decorate the top. We have gotten all the layers poured in. I have mixed up some 24 karat gold mica from Chemistry Connection with a little bit of olive oil. And I'm gonna take this small pipette and I'm just gonna do some drops of this gold on top. This kind of fancies up the top. We're not gonna do any texturing because I don't want those lines to get messed up, the layers on the inside. So instead, we're gonna give it a little shimmer, but instead of using glitter, we'll use this gold mica before we put our little pink hearts on top. I am going to take a wooden skewer and just swirl this around. The last piece of this soap are our little pink hearts. We'll start down at this end and just gently push those in. I mark all of my molds to mimic the size of my bar, so I know exactly where to place these. Hey guys, we're back to cut into the Pardon My French soap. Let's see how our lines turned out in this soap. I know there's a place, I think it's on the back end of the soap where I dipped down into the line below it. It looks pretty good from the sides. Oh, that's cute. That's really cute. I love it. This fragrance is by far my favorite pear fragrance that I've used for this soap. I may continue to use this one.